tip for deadlifting would be to tuck your shirt all the way into your underwear to give that, you know, unique singlet feel.
Nice. Hell yeah.
If you had to outline a case for squatting as a grappler, what would you say, like the benefits? What would be a good reason to incorporate squats?
I think because it'll basically, well, besides training the hip and knee, if you're doing it correctly, at least through its full range of motion, especially towards the bottom, like developing power with the hip and knee and deep levels of flexion is something that happens a lot in grappling, like being able to generate power from there, as well as just the core and upper back strength that comes from having to maintain that throughout the course of a set. I think it kind of starts to train the body to work and have multiple responsibilities at one time, really.
Work in coordination with itself.
That and it's just overall challenging and hard, and I think that in itself can be beneficial. Squat and deadlift being one of the main like lifts that actually would increase the natural production of like growth hormone and testosterone and stuff like that. I think that's also a huge case.
Anabolic effect of it.
Yeah. So if you squat, you're basically on steroids.
Yeah, it's true. I've always thought of it like a loaded stretch.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, it's true. Some cringy stuff going on to our right. Don't film it, but man's just trying to spit his game. I don't think it's going very well though.
When you started lifting?
5.
5 years old?
Yeah, 5.
Man, that's awesome.
Thanks, man.
Who led you to it?
My dad.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's the one that taught me when I was little.
What's his background as far as?
Just high school football and martial arts and stuff like that. But by the time I was a child, he was like lifting in the garage, just doing his own thing, basically.
Yeah.
Kind of like what you're doing, obviously. And I would just watch, and then from there, I just basically kind of picked things up as I got older. And he would teach me, and then when I was 6, we started doing weekend workouts, like every week, like upper body Saturday, lower body Sunday, and then just kind of keep going from there. Really.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I hope to have, you know, rubbed off on my kids that way.
I'm sure you did,
I'm always
man.
in the garage gym, and I don't ever like directly push it like you're gonna do this. I just wait for him to come to it on his own.
Yeah, I think there's a certain point where when they just see it enough, like you just kind of set there like, oh, this is kind of like.
That's what you do.
Yeah, it's like having dinner or whatever. Yeah, exactly.
That's what, like today before I left, my son knew that I was gonna come and lift, and he was like, Dad, can I go in the garage and hit a big deadlift? I was like, we'll do that later. I was
there you go.
Okay, that's my boy.
That was a good pull. That was a good one. That was a good one. The second one, yeah. The first one, the bar was a little bit forward, but yeah. Second one was good. That tension that you have in your hands, yeah, maintain that, exactly. Yeah, it looks great. It looks great. The second one is your best. Like, get that tension in your hands, keep that, and then don't even squat. Just drive your hips forward as you start pulling. Here, it's called wedging. Like wedging your hips into the bar. That one. Exactly. Yeah. That one. Yep. That was a good one. That was a really good one. Good. Yeah. The one where I was like, that one, that's a good one. Like, that's the one, like, that was like perfect. Because you like had all tension in your hands, and then you drove your hips and you wedged it in, and then the bar started coming up as you came in. Versus like, a lot of times people have tension in their hands, but they'll squat and then push up with their legs. It's a combination of getting your hips in at the same level. Some people think it's squatting. It's taking your hips, keeping them the same level, and then just here. like that. That's how you get like everything here and here to like go at the same time. Because otherwise when you squat and then you push, then that's when you're likely to do this motion and come up. Yeah. But yeah, that was a way better one for sure.
I've had a lot of mixed opinions about this. Do you brace under the bar?
I do, yeah.
Okay, I do too. Yeah, I've had, you know, different thought processes on that, but I have to. Or when I walk it out, it feels like I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah. Nice. Sweet. Nice. There it is. That's a good one. Good. Hell yeah. That was good. Yeah. You'll probably...
My cardio's non-existent. And I can imagine.
Well, like, and then there's the, okay, when you weigh 300 pounds, like, your jiu-jitsu can be 10 steps behind. Good job, bud.
That's like a super strongman thing, right?
Yeah.
I think Eddie Hall does the same thing.
Nice tie.
Normally, like heavy squat, I have a very wide competition style squat where I can just barely get to parallel, but I'm trying to break free of that, and I feel like to start incorporating a narrower stance, I gotta find the groove of where that is on the descent. You know,
makes sense. Yeah.
So I've been making myself do the tempo squats,
Okay.
which suck. When you're 6'6", you get used to, no matter what, having to go under the bar, so it's right at home. Good stuff.
Way better. Way better. Good job. Good. Tension on those hands. Stay high with your hips. Good. Very nice. Good job, dude. Hell yeah.
The first one felt super light, the second one didn't feel light. The third one felt like hell.
Honestly, and it's only because your first one you had the best positioning. The other two fell apart a little bit because you didn't have as good of a wedge. Like the first one you had like tension in your hands, you maintained your hip height, and you'll see in the video where everything just kind of looks like it clicks at the same time. The second two, you're just a little bit loose, like with your grip, and then it played everything else. Yeah. Here, have this, and then drive your hips forward, and then pull up as you're driving. Like have that checked off. Like check that off the list before anything else happens. Because if you do that, you're guaranteed to start with the same position every time. I think what happens is like you almost like think mentally or subconsciously like, oh, these next 2 reps might take a lot. I need to like explode through this. So then you're a little bit looser.
I just forget. Yeah.
Because I'm super guilty of it too. I'll lose tightness to try to explode when I think the weight's gonna feel heavy, and then it'll fall apart because I wasn't super disciplined on the positioning. Yeah. But the first one was beautiful, bro. That's the best I've ever seen you do it.
That was good.
Yeah, man. That was great.
I feel stronger.
That was really good.
I haven't done it in a month, but I feel stronger.
That was really good.
I don't know why, but I mean, I'm bigger.
You're fully recovered.
Recovered,
Fully
yeah.
recovered.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't worry, I've been deadlifting for like 15 years and I still don't really know how to do it, so you're doing better than me.
Yeah, dude, I mean, that was really good form. And that's on a stiff bar too. Like, remember the last time we were here, you're on a deadlift bar, so you should be able to do, I mean, even more technically. You just gotta, it's the same thing with me. You just gotta stay disciplined with the positioning, and even if you feel like it's gonna be heavy, still approach it like it's your first rep.
I just break down after the first rep. Yeah, it's just a mental thing, I guess.
So yeah, I feel like that the first rep at 315 was, at the heavier weight, the best one you've done, for sure.
And I've never tried going up from there.
That's true, huh? That's true. Have you tripled 315 before?
Huh?
Have you tripled 315?
Yeah.
Not as clean as that though.
Oh, no,
Yeah. You could have done more if you wanted to too. Yeah, that's good. So like if you did like an actual like program built around strength and building muscle, like how much better that would even go. Because you're progressing right now by essentially continually testing your strength as opposed to like taking the time to progress it upwards like slowly, you know? And that in itself, not only will it give your body the time to recover and peak, but then also you'll gain a lot of strength and muscle, especially through that process, to where that 315 for 3 it turns into like an easy 8, you know, something like that. It'll be a lot more boring on the back end because you're not like going as heavy as often, but like the end results will pay off. Like
I'm pretty sure it's healthier.
For sure, yeah.
As time goes on too, and you become more and more experienced with like knowing how 315 should feel, you can, without having to put on another plate, you can be like, damn, 315 moved good. So I know, you can know in your own head, I can put on 405 and blow it up or whatever. So you'll become more in tune with like how you're feeling. You know, I know as soon as I put 315 on the bar and deadlift, I know what kind of day it's gonna be. You know, is this gonna be a shitty day or is this gonna be a good day? It's like, you can start to feel it.
This is my friend Juan. He's a purple belt under John Danaher. He started lifting all of 4 or 5 months ago, 6 months ago, and he's already stronger than that. So I mean, really, it's just who to tell like how strong Juan's gonna get. But you know, Matt's gonna let him pass him up, and then he's gonna pass up me, and then he's gonna pass up Ty, and then he's gonna be going super heavyweight at ADCC. at your height too.
How tall are you?
Just fucking.
How tall are you? How tall are you?
5'6", 5'7".
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
you gotta
brother.
get
Sorry about
5'6",
that.
320 pounds.
Sorry, bro.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh man, that would be.
Just morbidly obese.
My goal as a kid was always to be 300 pounds with a six-pack.
Just imagine being a kid.
Yeah, right.
Just having the mind.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I just want to be 300 pounds.
That's wild.
No lie, documented from the doctor. I weighed 100 pounds in kindergarten.
Damn.
It
Really?
was a big old boy. And then my weight, every grade level correlated 10 pounds up. So
10
like
pounds
first grade
more?
110, second grade 120. But then everybody caught me, you know?
Really?
Yeah, like in middle school, everybody caught up to me.
Yeah, yeah. Who called you?
All the kids that hit puberty when they were like in 4th, 5th grade, you know, and I was a late bloomer. I was like, oh man, I'm not big anymore.
Damn, that's wild.
And I shot up.
I was just going to a fucking Viking.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or I can do 3 again.
Go 3 again. Do 3 again, and then trust your positioning this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a mental win right there. That's a small win that'll add up for you. Good. Maintain that. You had the tension, and then you let it go. You'll see in the video. You had the tension, let it go, and then started pulling. It's okay. Once it locks in, like your rule is, don't let it go. Just hold it. Even though you think in your head it's gonna get heavier, like just trust it. You got it. I think another reason too is you're kind of putting the straps on like not backwards, but awkwardly. I'll show you the better way to do it. But you go ahead if you want to get your 3rd one in. Better. That was a good one. Yeah. Yeah, so that was your best one, in my opinion. Yeah, and you'll see like you maintain the tension in your hands and everything else. So that was good. I would just say like grip it a little bit harder, especially hard enough to allow your hips to come all the way through and finish. Because you're just like a little bit shy of lockout. It's not because you're not strong enough. I think you're like losing it in your hands.
Oh, and in my back line, what Ty was excelling, like just don't hinge completely backwards.
Yeah.
I'm like.
Yeah, so literally all it is, it's not extension, it's just to the bar here, like bar together and hip together, and you stand straight up. So don't think lean back with the shoulders, just think hips forward, but you stay straight.
Once your mechanics become more comfortable, you're a lot stronger than you think you are.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Like you're just like raw strength right now, and then like you start to slowly tap into like the technique of it and everything. That's why like my conventional deadlift is probably 720-ish right now, but my sumo is probably like in the lower 800, because with my raw strength, the sumo allows me to be super technical and then like further complement it. But the same thing will happen with conventional as soon as you like just get really consistent with the form. There's a point where you have to like get yourself to trust it with that tension and just doing that every single time, regardless of how fatigued or how heavy it feels, and just trusting that. Let me show you the straps real fast. So you actually don't need to wrap it more than once.
Okay.
So the general rule is have the strap go between your pointer and thumb. Have you seen those like Versa grips where you like just throw it under and it kind of wraps like that, like those rubber ones? You know what I'm talking about? Haven't seen them all? So basically, it's called a Versa grip, but like it's like a rubber. You know what I'm talking about, Ty?
Yeah. CrossFitters wear them all the time.
Okay, yeah. So it's not like long like this. It's like maybe this long, but it's leather, and then you just wrap it under and cover your fingers over it. So basically, you could do the same like ghetto version with straps, where once you get down here, you just got to get the strap as close to the bar as you can, then flip it over one time like that, and then your fingers will essentially cover it, and so that friction right there is all you need to really keep the strap on. That's all you need. The more you wrap it, the more likely it is to loosen up, and then the bar will roll with it. So you wrap it once, and then the bar is way less likely to roll, because that's also part of the issue. The other thing that you were doing, you were kind of, it was like backwards, I think, like this. Have it lay flat, and then just throw it back over the bar like that. Here, and then just flip it over with your fingers like that. And then that tension that I'm talking about, once you throw it here over once, you'll see from the back, like how the tension on the strap right here. Once you throw it over once, that should be all the slack, and the strap will be all out there. Like it should be pulling on it here.
That's like a good way of like telling, the slack of the bar is out.
Yeah, with the strap, exactly. Because if you look at this sumo that I did, I'm like basically just like doing this with my fingertips.
Yeah.
But the strap's holding because the tension's out, and I only wrapped it once. Yeah, and then as you can see, like even with like 600, it'll hold tight.
Over yonder?
Just by wrapping it once.
How do you get over there?
The strap really comes apart when the bar rolls in it, but it can't roll if you wrap it once. So that's
Okay, cool.
It's kind of counterintuitive, because like really when you're doing a strap, you grab it way looser than what you would think. A lot of times people think you really have to like grab it. With the strap, just like let it do its job and just make sure it doesn't move. So you just cover with your hand. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, pretty much.
In your case, that one, it's Batman's.
Yeah, yeah. Like they're not gonna fuck up anyways.
Yeah.
They're actually Batman straps. He gave them to me.